What's going on, guys? I'm Rod, your happy hippie. Hope everyone's doing okay. I received 2 VCL packages a couple days ago. The day we got it, we shot a video for it. And is that better? More light? Unfortunately, video kind of got interrupted. Somebody banging on the garage door. My dog was barking, and between the banging and the barking, my granddaughter who was with me freaked out. So it's going to make a great bloopers video, I think, one day. But anyway, I wanted to reshoot this. Sorry it's taken so long. I want to thank Ron Haggerty. Cover his address. He sent me some really cool VCLT. Also, I want to thank Emma, Miss Emma out there. You might know her as 8 Vinyl Low. They it was on the same day too. I was really stoked to come home and find 2 packages. So thank you to both of those great VCLT great VC members. Thank you for the great VCLT. I raise my water to you both. A while back, I don't know how we started talking about it, me and Ron Haggerty. I'm going to show his first. I guess I should show ladies first, you know? I'm going to do that. Emma from 8 Vinyl Low. Here, let me get closer to y'all. She sent me this album. I had sent her some, I sent her a package with a ball. I make balls out of albums that are just too far gone to play. And she didn't have to respond. She didn't have to do it, but she's a very kind lady, and she did. This is the original Blues Project. They came out as the Blues Project. They reformed and called themselves the original Blues Project. In fact, this may just be Blues Project. Yeah, I was right. The original Blues Project. It was a live concert they did. It's a great band. If you're not familiar with the Blues Project, it featured Al Cooper. Who else? Steve Katz was in this band. Al Cooper was a tremendous, or is a tremendous musician. He also worked as a studio musician. I know he played organ on Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. He worked as an engineer. He might have even been the producer, but I know he was in the engineering studio for the first 3 Lynyrd Skynyrd albums. Anyway, this is the Blues Project reunion. 2 albums. 2 album set. And it is some straight up blues rock. Emma, thank you so much for this. She knows I like blues rock, and this is just phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. This is a gatefold. Really, really cool picture in the park. And like I said, it's got some great musicians on here. Al Cooper is just wonderful. Steve Katz. Al Cooper played guitar and organ. He was a producer, a songwriter. And this album, MCA Records, kicks ass. As soon as I opened it, I opened hers and then I opened Ron's. And I put this one on, and it's just really, really cool stuff. If you like blues rock and you're not real familiar with this band or this album, please check them out. Great, great, great stuff. And Emma, I can't thank you enough. And you know what? She didn't stop there. We all know Emma is a Cheap Trick fan, and she sent me a very lovely note and a original Cheap Trick guitar pick. Yeah, she is a guitar pick collector. So, I've got a few guitar picks. I'm going to add this with them. Very nice note, very lovely gift. Totally unnecessary, but it's very, very much appreciated, Emma. And I'm sorry it took me a couple days to get this video up and going. It's just been a kind of a lot going on the last couple days. Luckily, I was not affected by the tornado that blew through Tennessee. Nashville was. Nashville is where Randy Weaver lives, and I sent him a message the next morning. It was election Tuesday. What's today? Wednesday? So it was just yesterday, yeah. I sent him a message and he said he was fine. Thank God Randy's okay. But Nashville got hit very, very hard. And Morgan County, which is about 20 minutes from me, got hit. I got Jim Carroll playing in the background. Let me say that real quick. Anyway, my heart and my thoughts and my prayers go out to all the people who were affected by the hurricane. My cousin lives in Nashville, and her apartment complex got hit, but she was fine. No one was injured from her apartments, but the apartment building it suffered some damage, but thank God nobody there was hurt. But again, prayers and thoughts to Nashville and Morgan County, Tennessee. Okay, onward with the video. Second VCLT I got in the mail that day was a gift from Ron Haggerty, everybody's friend Ron Haggerty, great man, a staple with a VC, a good Christian man, dedicated record collector. I think he's approaching 2,000 albums, and that's a lot of albums. Another 1,600, and I hit 2,000. Anyway, a while back, me and Ron were corresponding, and I don't know how. I think he was flipping through some albums he had gotten, like he bought a bulk of albums, and he showed some Joe King Carrasco. And I was like, wow. And look at this, he's got these Seal album covers, the protective covers that seal up. He ain't playing. Emma also sent a protective cover with hers. But anyway, Ron, I saw these in his video, Joe King Carrasco, and I made the comment, dude, those are really cool albums. And either he wasn't that familiar with them or he wasn't that big of a fan of Joe. And I told him the story of how I got to meet him and got to become friends with him back in the 90s when I lived in Texas. And he's like, I'll hook you up. And he did. And that was very kind of him, man. Joe King Carrasco, he is the very first artist to get banned from Saturday Night Live. And I believe it was either in 79 or 80. He had a small hit with a song called Party Weekend. Party, it's a party weekend. Anyway, he's a very charismatic kind of guy. He's crazy is what he is. Let's be serious. Joe King Carrasco is a wild man. He used to wear this great big King's helmet, a King's hat. Let's see if it's in the picture. Yeah, right here. Anyway, he would wear that, and he would throw him out in the audience. Well, anyway, when he was on Saturday Night Live, he ran out in the audience, and the cameras couldn't follow him. The way the cameras were set up, it just faces the stage. So it was just his band playing and him running through the audience. And I remember being, I want to say in 10th grade when that happened, because I remember going to a friend of mine's house, John Chen, with a couple other cats. And we went there to watch Saturday Night Live just because we knew Joe King Carrasco was going to be on it. It was very, I just remember that night. And then when I was like 26 years old, I got to meet him. Maybe that's why I remember it, because, 12 years later, 13 years later, when I met him, I told him that story and he laughed, and he was such a cool guy. Got a couple of his CDs. I'm a cheesy fan, and I've got an autographed picture of him. Super cool guy, Joe King Carrasco. Great album, both of them are. In fact, one of his albums, and it's slipping my mind right now, but it has guest vocals on one of the songs by Michael Jackson. And I remember when we interviewed him, I'm reading guest vocals, Michael Jackson. I'm like, okay, this is BS. This is a joke. And we asked him, well, how did that happen? Is that really Michael Jackson singing guest vocals on one of your songs? He said, yeah, back when he was in the recording studio, Michael Jackson was recording Off the Wall. And he says they were rehearsing or whatever, and they saw someone looking in the window. And he realized that's Michael Jackson. So they waved him in the room, and Joe King introduced himself to him and told him what a fan he was of the Jackson 5 and all that. Anyway, Michael agreed to do some guest vocals on it. So, anyway, yeah, Joe King once had Michael Jackson volunteer to sing backup vocals for him. Joe King Carrasco, a Texas legend. Vclt from Ron Haggerty. Ron Haggerty, thank you very much. I have to get something together for you. I know you dig Christian rock, and I may have some stuff in my booth at work I can put together for you. Very much apprecited. VLCT is just vinyl love community train, I think is what it stands for. Anyway, thank you both, Emma and Ron. I appreciate it very much. Thanks to everyone in the VC. Help support each other's channels. There's a lot of great channels out there, a lot of warmth, and I like watching people's channels and learning new stuff. Elliot Cruz, that guy, see, someone's banging on my door. That guy has a great channel. Check out Elliot Cruz. Check out Rachel, the Vital Man. Peace. It's happening again.